begins the film Black Adam's in the city, Kandak, which was ruled by an unjust tyrant named Acton. His goal is to make a crown of magical powers satanic because they were to have an invincible energy, but because to make the crown this was needed a very rare metal type called etronium, and Bacon is known that the metal is present in the mountains of the city Kandak, like Acton, enslaves the people of the country and his men and forces them to dig and look for him so that he can make the crown he wants. After a long time, an old man can find this metal and all around him will go and suffocate with him because they still want to be handed over to Acton's men to receive the reward. But here a little boy appears and talks to them and says that they are going to their enemy humiliate them in every possible way and they are suffocating with each other and know that their enemy is one. The boy goes with the old man to one of Acton's men and hands him the medal and asks for its reward. The guard takes him and says that his guide is a very good reward, but we are surprised that he throws him from the mountain and then he is mocked with his muted, which makes this little boy very intolerant and annoyed by his death. He decides to take the medal from the soldier and look him up on the mountain and talk to his people and protect them and encourage them to stand against injustice. And here the soldiers arrest the boy and take him at the chair of execution and Kton be sentenced to death in front of the whole people who will be and took this boy as a symbol of resistance. And before the execution of the death sentence, this boy disappears in a very strange way and suddenly moves to a strange and dark place, and that is known as Cave of Immortality. And there will be a number of witches who keep seeing that this boy is the right person to get a force known as the Force, Shazam, which is still a magical force without limits. Bacon's goal is to stand up against the evil forces of maintaining balance in the world, and suddenly a strange force descends on this boy, and after what was born weak and weak, he turns into a huge person known as Black Adam. And at the same time, Acton arrived for the medal and finished making the crown that he wants, and Black enters his addiction at the same time that Acton is about to wear the crown. And indeed Bilboa and what is happening between them are the two very violent battle and ends with the destruction of the entire palace, and no one knows until now what their fate is, the two and the place of the crown. And over the years, and after more than 5,000 years, we will see the same city after it was occupied. And the occupation will deal with the people of the city with injustice and humiliation, as if nothing changed from the days of Acton and Bacon. Their goal is that they meet the lost crown for 5,000 years. And at this time we go to Adriana, researcher and who was also rotating on the same crown because she is an archaeologist, and will be with her brother, Kareem, and their friend, Ismail, and a friend of another to them, and prefer cattle in Arabic to some extent. They reach an old cave and be Adrianashka that the crown is in this cave. And when Adrianu and Ismailia intervene to the cave and Bestini Karimfi Arabia, and during what she is turning in drawings and writings form very suspicious, but she is not afraid, and prefer to look some way in the other to actually meet him and take him, and was about to come out with him, but hit the gang by showing her feet and beating her with fire because they want to take the time written. She says that if she villages her in a brave and very strong hero, he will appear immediately. When you read it Adriana time, and after 50 years of hibernation, Black Admin slept again and did not know what is happening. But he sees some of the men who are trying to kill him and watch that their strength is exactly like insects and begins to kill them very easily. And here Adrianophane takes advantage of the situation and escapes, and she and the place. On the other hand, the support for the D-Band is due to the fact that they can face Black Admin, but they know that there is no need to talk about it. And she will appreciate that she stands in the presence of a person with the power of Black Idek to some extent. One of the soldiers is hit by a rocket that is caught by Black Admin, but he discovers that it is made of the metal of trinium, and so it explodes in black smoke, and it doesn't work out what it takes to get rid of. And at the time when he sees Adrianoff, it was decided that she was so arrogant and that she would take him with him to the house, and here remained Pinchoff, Ammonius. Son Adrianali was in love with the comic books about superheroes, and suddenly he finds the hero Black addicted to his bed, and Bacon does not believe himself. Here we move to one of the officials of the U.S. government named Amanda, and she is talking with the commander of the superheroes band known as Justice Team. And Amanda heard about Black Adamgut and his danger, as Amanda and his band of the great magician, Dr. Fit, and the young woman, Cyclone, and the young man, Adam, asked him to arrest Black as soon as possible before causing any problems. The team leader and Lee Amanda by speaking his name, Hawkman, and agrees to her request and move on the city of Kandak, he and the rest of the team. And the day when Black Admapakan is so great, and at the same time he is happy that he is at home with him. And Bacon Black Adamaish knows he is here how he is, so Amonan knows him this is his mother's house. Adrianabii begins to tell him about what he read about him and that he saved Kandak a time from the tyrant Acton, and from her hour he remains the hero of the people. And here is the shock about to blacken what he hears. And the room and he goes out meets Adrianakram. And Adriana says that she knew that the spell that her village would correct him, and he knows that they are being enslaved like what was happening at the time, and ask him to help them. But Black adambered on her that he is not a hero and a bird outside the house, and people are very shocked by what he saw before her. And Amonora goes out and steals a radio from the hands of one of the guards, and preferably says that Black Adam Man, the hero of the people, came back again. And the guards formed to chase him. They were about to kill him and Adriana, but by this time Black Admobi intervened and began to save them. The justice team and the spirit of Hawkmanatican talked to him and asked him to give himself up without any problems because he was a danger to humans. But of course, Black Adumbai rejected it before until they finished their words, and so there is a very strong fight between them, especially between Black Admahogman. But even though the team is 4 people, Black Ademful is superior to them and they are unable to control them, and they are the people of the city watching the battle and start to shout the name of Black Adumpeter, who has returned to them again. Adrianagashan talks with Hawkmanodr. Vidit, and they say that their information is certainly wrong because Black Adamaish is evil and he is a hero who saved their people from time. But here is Hawk Manby saying that she knows anything and that Black Adamash is absolutely a hero, and Hawk is the real story that Black was attacked on Acton by what was originally wearing the crown an unarmed man, who decided that he would kill him without any mercy and knew that Black Adamash was as she had imagined. They went with her to Black Adelshan, facing the words she knew from them. And here is Black Adembai, saying that he is originally wanted to say to him in vain by Adriana that he hears the justice team, by saying that the next time he kills them, he does not hesitate the moment that he kills them. And on the other hand, while they are safe in the house, they are surprised by Ismaili and the one who is supposed to have died in the cave. But they welcomed him very much, and when Ishmael asked Amana, his mother kept the crown in the house. And because Amannesh was a coward, he said yes. But we are surprised that Ismaili remains of the gang men and threatens them with a gun and unfortunately kills Kareem, but Amanba estimates that he is running away in Taguwile. The justice team stands with Black Admubi, tries to convince him that he gives himself up to them by coming a call from Aman Lama and saying it on what happened and that he needs someone to help him immediately. At this time, the occupiers will be able to arrive safely, but Black Adapakan arrived at the right time and works in the same way as his, which is very violent and does not matter if he kills the one in front of him, but at the time, it will be Ishmael kidnapping Ammonius, especially after he knew that what he has is not the real crown. And there are 2 men of Ishmael who know where he is and who are not willing to speak. Black Admopeters take them very far away, and one of them threatens to be Hermie too, and actually Hermie and the clock of which Black Adam Seek speaks along. But when they return to Earth, there is a fight between Black Admahawk because of his use of violence again, and they prefer that they beat each other with the utmost force. Until the Black Admin was hit by a punch on the Hawk Manali when he was injured, Ed Black was injured.